Because the harmony actually moves a little bit slowly, so it's basically, you know, once every bar. In this case, there are actually many different patterns that are possible. And we can use that to our advantage and practice doing different ones, and then decide on what we want to do. I'll talk about the decision process in just a bit, but let's do kind of the practicing phase first. Okay, we're actually going to start from the bottom. Actually, I did this a little bit not in great order, but so again, you see the apostrophe, that's when you stop the sound with the tongue. There should be also a little bit of separation here in between. So you're basically just going to do 2 by 2. Make sure every time before you start the T that the tongue really goes back to the starting position. And you feel that slight tension of the air that wants to come out. And the next 2 is releasing the air. Then we're going to do the middle one, which is you're going to group it by 3 plus 1. So again, stopping the sound at the appropriate places. So again, of course, also here in between, you're going to want to stop the sound. I'll demonstrate one time, maybe just a little bit kind of more in tempo. And the last one's going to be then 1 plus 3. Toot, toot, doo, toot, toot, doo. That's eventually what we're going for. So in this kind of situation, all of these articulation patterns are basically possible. It's often more interesting to choose a pattern that doesn't sync up completely with the rhythm. So for example, we have here duple meter, yeah, so everything's in 2s and 4s. Instead of doing that, doing it as 3 plus 1 or 1 plus 3, like that just creates a lot more interest in the melodic pattern. So you're breaking up just a little bit unequally. Generally, that's going to be sound more lively, also more exciting. Now, of course, in this instance, as I mentioned earlier, you are doubling, the flute is doubling with the strings. So that is also a factor to consider. But even then, generally, in performance practice, I would say I tend to do the first one. Versus. So you notice that autumnly sounds more square, you know, which it could be. Maybe if there's a word, some words or something that indicate they need to be 2 by 2, then of course definitely will want to do that. But the 3, it just kind of, it bridges the notes in a more fluid manner instead of chopping it really by the half.